data?
Big Wireless brags about having the fastest or largest 4G network in the nation. Out here, their 4G's a mirage. Don't be fooled by Big Wireless. Union has true high-speed data in the places you live, work, and play.
Hello again and welcome to the Dave Christensen Show. It's all brought to you by Union Wireless with contract buyout and get paid to switch. Big game for the Cowboys last Saturday, homecoming in War Memorial Stadium, and Wyoming took care of the New Mexico Lobos 38-31. Quite a college football game, Coach. This was really some great football game. It turned out well for the Cowboys, got off to a great start and finished up strong.
Yeah, it was a game that was obviously very important to win in the conference and to stay undefeated at home. Thought our kids came out, played extremely hard. It was a battle, and we knew it would be a battle going into the fourth quarter. And I thought for the most part, our kids played extremely well. We had a couple of plays in there that obviously weren't as good as we'd like. But the bottom line, when we got into the fourth quarter, we went out, we got a 14-point lead. I thought took control of the football game and found a way to win it.
Cowboy offense was very effective all day long, really, and the Cowboy defense going up against the #1 rushing offense in the country, and Wyoming did hold them to 100 and some yards under their average. It was quite the effort on that side of the ball.
Yeah, really pleased with how our defense played. Held them 87 yards in the first half, and really the quarterback, we had a missed tackle, and the quarterback got 50 yards of their 250 yards of rushing. And other than that, I thought our guys dominated up front. I thought our defensive line really played physical up front. Eddie Yarbrough was in their backfield quite a bit. Linebackers were able to make plays by keeping blockers off of them. Just a great effort by our defense.
Big win for the Cowboys. They moved to 2-0 in conference play, 2-0 in the Mountain Division of the Mountain West, right at the top of the standings. So why don't we take a look at some of this football game. Homecoming, the Cowboys and the New Mexico Lobos. There you see Brett Smith. He's getting all warmed up, and he'd have quite a day, but this was a big day for the Wyoming Cowboys, Coach. Here we go.
Well, it's a 1st and 10, and Brett Smith on a go route to Trey Norman down the sideline for 30 yards. You see Trey getting his foot in bounds. Great focus, concentration on the football, bringing it in for a big play to continue the drive. This is another 1st and 10, and they ran a no deep look to us, and we ran Brett up the side there on the trap play, and gains 22 yards, gets it down to the 11-yard line. And Sean Wick does the rest. Great job of blocking up front. Thought the guys were real physical finishing blocks, and Sean Wick takes it in for 11 yards for the first touchdown. Got a 1st and 10 play here, and just a tremendous play by D. White coming up and forcing a fumble, and Marquestin Huff recovering the fumble, and again taking points off the board, and just a great job by our defense and swarming and getting takeaways, and we got 3 of them on the day. Here's Lucas Wacha here. Lucas causes a fumble and recovers the fumble. Again, our second takeaway of the day, and just again, a tremendous job by our defense swarming to the football, gouging the ball, raking it, and getting it out. Come back here, we got a 2nd and 8 play, and we hand it off to Sean Wick, and again, nice job blocking up front, and opens the hole for Sean, and he does the rest, gets it over the goal line, and gets the 2nd touchdown of the day. Then we come back here on a play action pass on 1st and 10, and Brett's forced to scramble a little bit, finds Robert Huron, and again, another big play to get first down for the Cowboys. Comes back on a 2nd and 6 play here, and again, play action pass off the zone play, and we want to run a wheel route here with Jalen Claiborne. Just a nice job of executing that by everybody. Great protection and great throw and catch, and a nice job getting in the end zone. Next play is a 2nd and 9 play on a 26, and it's a handoff again on a dive play to Sean Wick, and he rushes for 33 yards again. Just tremendous job by our guys up front, opening holes for Sean and getting him loose. And then we come here to a 4th down and 8, and Stu Williams getting his first field goal for the year, and splits the uprights right down the middle, and good job on the snap to hold the protection, and Stu knocks it through. This is again the play action pass on the wheel route with Brett Smith throwing to Jalen Claiborne again, and Jalen gains 35 yards on the play. Great execution by the line and by quarterback and the receivers. Then we run the play fake here to Tedder Easton, and Brett pulls it on the keep and gets the last 3 yards for another touchdown for the Cowboys. Here's a 3rd and 7 play for New Mexico, and we get great pressure on the quarterback, gets the ball tipped there by Lucas Wacha, and Jesse Sampson gets his first interception and our 3rd takeaway for the day. Come right back out on the next play and run the trap play again that we ran earlier, and they're in a no deep coverage, so there's no one behind them if we break through, and Brett does, and accelerates and shows his speed there and takes it to the end zone for our last touchdown. And again, a very happy Brett Smith, a happy crowd, and happy bunch of Cowboys there on the sideline.
Oh boy, you talk about happy. There it is. There's the final score. Cowboys win at 38-31. And as you see the records there, Wyoming now 4-2 overall and 2-0 in the Mountain Division of the Mountain West Conference. That's right at the top, Coach. And I don't care if it's early, late, whenever in the conference season, Cowboys leading the way. That's awfully nice.
Well, we want to compete in the conference, and the only way you can do that is to win your conference games. And we've won the first 2. And once again this week we got another conference game, a big game, and if we want to stay in the conference race, we got to find a way to get it done this weekend. You
bet. We'll talk about Border War number 105. That's coming up on Saturday when the Cowboys host the Colorado State Rams. But let's get to know the Cowboys a little bit better. One particular Cowboy, linebacker Lucas Wacha. Here's Kevin McKinney right after the break.
When you book at flyfrontier.com, you get great stuff.
Like exclusive fares, more miles,
a free carry-on.
You even get to pick your seat.
And everyone likes to pick their seat.
I know I do. Once I picked my seat right smack dab in the middle of...
Stop!
Grizz, we're talking about picking your seat on the plane.
Wait, you pick your seat on the plane? Now that's disgusting.
Get more perks, lower fees, and a free carry-on. Book today at flyfrontier.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to our favorite part of the show. You get to know a Wyoming Cowboy, and today this is one of my favorite ones just because he's got a great association with my all-time favorite baseball team, St. Louis Cardinals. And we're talking to Lucas Wacha, Cowboy linebacker, who has really come into his own this season. And I know, Lucas, it's a heck of an adjustment to get into the college game and at the level that Cowboys are playing, but you came into your own in spring, it seemed like, and started really feeling good about it, and now you're certainly a solid player. Was there a point in the spring, say, where you go, I got this figured out a little bit, I know what I'm doing? Or when do you feel that way, that you are now kind of just a guy who's a solid player?
Well, I mean, it all went back to the fall during the first year, and like through the strength and conditioning program, and just working out and trying to get bigger and stronger and things like that. I think I came in at like 191 or something like that. I reported at, and gained like 22 pounds since then. And I mean, during the spring, it helped a lot for sure, like learning the calls and things like that. And Coach Tormey and Coach Ross sat down with me, and we watched film and things like that. And I mean, they just helped me a lot.
You know, it doesn't take long to be around here and understand what the CSU game means to all the folks around this neck of the woods. But I was curious, is there a balance between being too ready for a rival game and being ready to where you can play well?
I mean, there is that. I mean, being too overhyped for the game. I mean, it's really all about, like, I feel like there's never such a thing that, like, you're too ready for a game or things like that, because it all comes down to how you execute each play and how you play during the game and things like that. And I mean, you never can watch too much film. You never can get too many reps. You never can do that, because, I mean, that's really where, when you come, people say overachieving, and I mean, there's really no such thing as that, because, I mean, that's where you're supposed to always be.
You know, we think that you're the most famous of the Wachas up here in Wyoming. There's no doubt about it in our minds. But of course, one of your brothers isn't doing too badly. Of course, we're talking about Michael, and I know how proud you are of him and what he's accomplished with the Cardinals, and they're deep in the playoffs now. Curious how often you are text your brother, and how often you communicate with one another?
Usually 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, actually probably more than that. Throughout the playoff season, we've talked about every game he's pitched, and about two or three times more that week or so like that. And I mean, we send each other texts, and on game days, I think last Saturday, I sent him a text and I was like, "Hey, good luck today," and he sent me one back and was like, "Good luck, just play your heart out and do what you know how to do," and things like that. And I sent him back, I was like, "Just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be all right."
Okay, Lucas Wacha, he's already pretty good. He's going to be a great one of these days, and I'll be checking with you for tickets too, by the way.
Sounds good.
You stay with us. Dave and Dave will be right back.
It was neat, you know. Whenever you're up for an award like that, where it's a national award, it's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it was about the team. You know what I mean? Yes, it's an individual award, but those guys don't win those awards without winning games and without having success and having great catches or great blocking up front or great deep, whatever it may be that's behind them. And so going through that process and actually being considered, I thought it was more of an honor and justification for our team, you know, and how successful we were as a team. And that's why I, you know, more than anything, I wanted to be a guy, the finalist there to showcase for our university and our school, because I have such pride in, when I was playing at Washington State and everything there. You know, it's been pretty good. You know, I was at Idaho the last 2 years, and coming from Idaho and everything we did over there. First got into Idaho as a position coach, coaching running backs there, and then as an offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach next year. And they got pushed into the head spot once our head coach got fired with the last 5 weeks of the season. So I kind of went through the whole gamut within a 2-year span, which was fast, and I had to learn a lot. Didn't, you know, and it wasn't easy over there either. Things were hard. We didn't have great seasons, and so the situations that I was put in or had to go through really helped me grow. You know, 2 years time, I got 10 years experience, all kind of mushed in that 2 years time. And at the end of that, being considered and being a finalist for the head guy there to get that head job, it was neat. It was cool. It was a cool experience to go through. But at the same time, you know, I knew it wasn't meant for me at that time, you know. When I didn't get it, it was almost like a weighted and lifted off my shoulders of, you know what, I wasn't supposed to get this place. And when Coach C gave me a call and asked if I was interested here, I knew this was going to be the right place for me.
Well, there's a look at the current standings in the Mountain West Conference. You look on the right side, and that's the Mountain Division, and Wyoming right at the top. 2-0, 4-2 overall. That looks pretty good, and that was what you're looking for going in against New Mexico. Got that done, win the homecoming game. Now, Coach, an even bigger game coming up. The Border War. It's number 105. This is a series. I know this is a series that spans 3 centuries. It all started back in 1899. Cowboys have had great success the last 4 years. Looking for win number 5 over the Rams, I know. Big game coming up.
Yeah, it is a big game, and in a lot of ways. We want to, you know, continue to climb to the top or stay on the top in the conference, and you got to win the conference game. So it's our next conference game. It's a chance to go 3-0 in the West, in the Mountain Division, of the Mountain West Conference. It's an opportunity to stay undefeated at home, which is a goal of ours this year, and it's the Border War, which is always going to be the biggest game on our schedule. And you know, we understand the importance of this game, and so for a lot of ways, this is a huge football game for us, and we're looking forward to getting out and competing again on Saturday.
Coach, there's no question that the Cowboys have improved. this season. But I know you feel that Colorado State has also improved.
Yeah, they're a much improved football team. Offensively now, they're having success moving the football. Got one of the premier players in the country on their defense, and so we know we have our work cut out for Saturday. They're going to come up here. They're hungry for a win. They're hungry for a border war win. They want that boot, but so do we, and I think it's going to be a heck of a battle.
It really is a traditional battle, and I know you know full well, and Cowboy players certainly understand the importance of the border war.
Absolutely. It was the first thing that I learned when I came here was that this game will always be the most important game to our fans and our alumni and our former players, and we make sure that our kids understand that each and every year.
Well, it should be a dandy. Border War number 105, the Cowboys and the Colorado State Rams coming up Saturday in War Memorial Stadium, 12 noon, the kickoff. Don't miss it. It's going to be special. That's going to do it for us. For the head coach, I'm Dave Walsh. This has been the Dave Christensen Show, brought to you by Union Wireless. Trade in your old phones
and get paid.
There you go. So long, everybody.
Now give Big Wireless the boot and get paid to switch up to $200 per line with contract buyout from Union Wireless. Keep your same number and choose from any phone in the store. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.